Okay, everybody. So we are doing straight up Pilates mat today, moving some energy, fall energy. Let me go. Okay, let's start with those shoulders, and let's actually add a little step touch. And if feet and things too much, then just do one or the other. But I'm just gonna move my feet along with my shoulders. As I inhale and exhale, consciously thinking about just letting it all go. Doing what we can with what we know and letting the rest go. And then we're going to take a backstroke. And you can keep those feet moving if you want, or just stand still. Into the nose, out to the mouth. Good. Now I'm going to keep my feet going, and I'm going to just press my arms above, down by the ribs, and then up above. Bend the knees a little. Just keep moving it. Good. Now we're going to take a high diagonal stretch and reach toward the high, as if you're reaching toward a high cabinet up top. Reaching, stretching the back, shoulders. Good. Now we're going to take a rotation, double arm reach, and I'm just going to shift my weight from one leg to another. Add a little rotation in the spine. Keep sighing. Good. Now we're going to pendulum swing. You're literally just going to drop, swing, release, drop and release. And you can imagine anything that you need to let go of. You can flick it out the hands, out the breath. And then we're going to let that pendulum come on down and come into the pelvis. So open out the feet nice and wide and figure eight. Forward and around each hip. And the pelvis is the base of the spine, so all of our wonderful movement in the pelvis, the clock, sends movement up through the segments of the spine. Now I'm going to let you take that on and you just create your own little spine dance for a moment. Whatever feels good, just do it. Nice. And then just bring that right back to center. Open out the feet nice and wide, diagonal. We're going to ease down into an outward rotated squat and back up. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Then we're going to take our half bend and take our outward rotated lunges. Nice and smooth through those knee joints. Be graceful and easy. And let's add a little more arm movement through the mid-spine. You can keep your balance. Go as slow as you need to for any of this. And back to center. Toes straight ahead in a wide parallel. I'm going to go ahead and just take our half bend and go ahead into the single lunges here as well. You can take a little bend forward of the spine. Knees and toes straight ahead now as you add a little windmill arm. Keep inhaling, exhaling, letting it go. Sigh. Don't make it pretty. Let it go. Good. And then bring all that back. Come back into your Pilates position, little V of the feet. Stack the spine nice and tall again now through the crown of the head. Level out the pelvis. We've done this one with weights, so we're just going to do it without. So you're just going to hug a tree, so just a nice rounded arm there, open, and bend, hug a tree. Or hug a beach ball. All right, now we're going to leave the arms out. We're going to rise the heels and lower, rise and lower. Up as high as you can. A little zip up the core will help. Growing taller and taller. Good, now see if you can do one and find your balance up there. Just give it a go. Lift those arms up to a high V. Feel like you're flying for a moment. Whee! And come in for a landing. Yay. All right, back to parallel. I'm going to go ahead and lift one heel. We're going to stay on one leg for a little extra single leg conditioning. So keep the pelvis level. Other toes are still there for balance as you bend and straighten. One knee, nice and graceful through that knee joint. Make sure that knee is going straight ahead over the toes. Good, switching that out. Squaring off the heel behind the toes. As you bend and straighten, you're in good alignment. All right, very good. Then back to both. Heels down. We're going to take our double leg bend and then zip up the cord to lift the heels and lower. So bend, straighten, rise, and lower. Good. And on the next one, we're going to stay up and roll through. Each one stretching those toes into the floor, arches. Good. Now, we're going to take a little bit of a balance, but to balance, one of the keys I learned from dance is, since the pelvis is your base of your spine, to keep the pelvis level, no matter what your legs are doing when you're in a centered position. So just hold on to your waist, keep the pelvis centered. You're going to lift one foot. You're just going to hold on here and circle the ankle one way. Keep your eyes straight ahead, that matters too, and then reverse. Anytime the pelvis goes to shift around, you're going to teeter toward that side. So try the other side, keep the waist level, lift the foot, circle, eyes straight ahead, don't forget to breathe, and reverse. All right, and then just little flip kicks for a moment to just release any leg energy. Little diagonal kicks. And cross. And little hamstring curls. How about a little bicep curl too? All right. Good, good. All right. Shake it loose, and let's do a roll through. So open the feet back, open wide, and we're going to take chin to chest. We're going to roll slowly through the spine till we are hanging upside down from the hips. Hang out here. another inhale. And nod no. Then walk your torso and arms over to one leg. Hang out there for a moment. Keep the breath moving. All the way over to the other leg. Another big breath. Back to center. And soften the knees and just walk your hands up your thighs as you round and stack. All right, we are going to head down to the mat. I'll meet you there. All right, let's start with straddle stretch. So take a moment and just wiggle the tension, any tension left out of the legs. We're going to take our rotation and walk down one leg. Let the neck release here for a moment. Breathe it out. Up and over to the other side. Rotate and walk it down. Remember, you want to keep the opposite leg upright the best you can. And keep that breath moving. Up to center. Now take the opposite hand to the first side and slide it down the leg with your rotation, reaching as far as you can down the leg. Hold here, breathe. And up and rotate. Other side, slide the opposite hand as far as it'll go. Big inhale. Still letting go. All the way up to center and down center. Walk that back up. We'll slide the legs in, give a shake. All right, let's go into side bending. So we'll take our palm down, reach it long, ease it over. Inhale, grow tall to the middle, exhale, other side. Let the neck side bend too. You're trying to keep nice, long arm. And then let's go into rotation. Stack tall to the crown of the head. Look behind you. Let your body follow your eyes. Take a breath. Drop those shoulders. Good. Inhale through the middle. Stack tall again. Exhale. Same thing to the other side. And hands behind. We're going to open the chest, extend the spine right from the middle, and really inhale those, fill up your lungs, and then deflate all the way. A couple more times. Good. Then hang forward. Same thing through the back of the lungs and the ribs. Big inhale. Exhale. Couple more. Remember, just by breathing deeply, you are stretching muscles. Good. And reach to those toes, or as close to as you can get. Then lift the head and flex the feet back. If you can hold on to those toes, pull them back gently. If not, just use your own muscles. and back. All right, let's come on down, everybody. Come on down into the mat. Take a moment and make sure your pelvis is centered and your shoulders are centered in your mat and your head. It's very easy to lay on a diagonal or a little cockeyed and not know it. So we always want to condition in the alignment that we truly want. So you want to feel super long from head to tail. Let's take a moment and lift the arms and drop those blades into the mat and add a couple little arm circles. And lengthen the back of the neck. Draw the chin down slightly. And then reverse. Good. All right. And then arms back by your sides. And take a moment and work on your 6 o'clock and your 12 o'clock of the pelvic clock. Remember, for me, it's as if you can tell your own time on the front side. So belly button and lumbar is 6, pubic bone, tailbone is 12. And you're just on the mat rocking gently from one to another. And then come to center and press onto your 3 o'clock and your 9 o'clock. Your right cheek and your left cheek, right over the center, over your sacrum. Then create a clock or around the clock. So say start at 6, up to 3, 12, over to 9, and add a couple more times. Now you're pressing into the mat on the back side of your pelvic clock gently, and then send it the other way. Noticing if there's a time slot that feels snug or tight. You can always take a moment and stop on that particular time slot. Press that, lengthen it into the mat for a moment. Take a breath, honor it, and then come back to your center. All right, from here, we're gonna hold your center pelvis, take another breath, let your rib cage settle into the mat, letting go of unnecessary neck and shoulder tension. Then you're gonna hold in your pelvic floor, belly button in and up, or hold your P muscles, cinch your waist, whichever one works, to fire inward as we pick up each foot. We're gonna go on to toe touches, bouncing the big toes off the mat, or all the toes. And while the legs are moving, you're gonna keep deep breathing. Every other inhale and exhale, you want to cinch in a little bit more through your deep transverses, pulling inward around your center. Then every other exhale, you want to let go of your jaw tension and your neck tension and your shoulder arm tension. Send that kind of stuff into the center where you can use it way more functionally. Let go of the unnecessary tension in the neck. Good, then take a pause, knees in, flex the heels, and go on to heel touches. Same thing, you want to go at your own tempo. If you need to slow down, do that. Once you feel like you're getting the coordination, then you can speed it back up. But while you're maintaining your breath and your ability to pull in lots of details. Good, and then give the knees a hug in. Send your body some love and appreciation for all that it's doing for you. It's an amazing machine. It's amazing consciousness. All right, we're going to hold on to one knee, flex the heels. We're going to reach the other leg out on the 45. We're going to get that knee all the way straight, hold it there for a moment, and then reverse or alternate. Hold it out there, and then switch. So you're going to exhale, inhale, exhale. Go as slow as you need to. Coordinate your breath in a way that keeps keeps you relaxing the neck, yet powering inward in your core. Keeping that spine nicely imprinted in the mat. Good. All right, we're gonna hold in both knees for a moment and we're gonna bend and straighten both legs. So glue them together, bend and straighten, flex and point. Good. All right, placing those feet back down now. We're gonna take our 6 o'clock of the pelvis. So what we're gonna do is activate that core, tuck the pelvis in a 6, just to imprint now more deeply the lumbar. We're gonna bring one knee in, we're gonna send that leg up, we're gonna flex that heel, we're gonna slowly lower the leg, but you're gonna resist tilting the pelvis at all. As that leg lowers just above the mat, you're gonna really kick in some core there. Fold it in and go on to the other side. In, flex, and exhale to lower. Inhale. Once you get it coordinated, inhale to switch. Exhale to lower. Keep really scooping in that deep core to keep that pelvis stable. Good. Now we're going to reverse it. So hold on to the 6, scooping in, and now you're going to punch that heel straight out with a straight leg, high kick up, point, and bend it in. Other side. Now you want to exhale to lift the leg. Inhale to fold it in. Exhale to punch it out and lift. Inhale. Exhale, punch and lift. Inhale. All right, good. So now, while we're at this, we are going to bring in the first leg. We're going to go back up to straight. We're going to flex the foot. This time, you're going to cinch in so much around that core, especially your obliques, as you open the leg to the side and bring it right back up, you're going to keep your stable navel pelvis. So try the other side. In, up, flex. Slowly open the leg to the side, keeping the opposite side grounded. Lift it up, fold it in. First side. Exhale, open. Close center, fold it in. Keep that opposite side really grounded through extra core, extra obliques. Good. And in. All right. Let's let those legs chill out. Actually, let's let the legs go all the way to straight for a moment. That was a lot of hip flexor work. So just wiggle them in and out for a moment and let them stay here and release. All right. And then notice that your spine might want to arc now with the legs straight. So just take a moment, level back out the pelvis, activate a little bit more core, and then that's going to minimize your curves with your legs straight. All right, now arms overhead, inhale. As you exhale, we're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. Reach down toward the feet in a half upper body curl, and then back to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Inhale back. All right, we're going to add the hard part, and that's traveling with the ears and arms in an imaginary connection. So you're going to lift the head with the arms, and then continue with the arms, stay in the curl, wait for the arms to get to the ears, and then come down. And exhale, they come apart, then they align, and then you lower. Exhale. Reach. Wait for it. Keep going. A few more. One. Good. All right, now leave the arms there for a moment. Just roll the head side to side. Just make sure you're not over fatiguing the neck. At any time it gets too tired, just do the arms or do something else for a moment. We'll change it up momentarily. All right, but we're going to keep going here. We're going to go on to the obliques now. So what we're going to do, we're going to still curl forward. Then you're going to rock onto one shoulder blade, reach down toward the feet, come through the center, rock onto the other shoulder blade, toward the feet, and back to center and down. We're going to do that again. Exhale, curl, rotation, center, rotation, center, and back. Now, if you want to alternate which side you start on now, you might want to start to the other side. Center, rotate, center, and one more. And back. Very good. Arms back by your side, slide the feet in, and continue to roll that head side to side. All right, we are going to come back to okay, we're going to bring both knees back in, and we're going to lift the lower leg up to half. We are going to stay centered here now as you open each leg to the side. We've already done a long leg version. We're going to do a half bent version now. So, same idea. You are clipping in an imaginary seatbelt, if you will, right across the pelvis, keeping you pulled inward and level as you open each leg to the side and center. Now, back up to straight leg, flex the heels. We're going to do that same exercise again, out to center, and other side out to center. So lots of obliques, keeping you stable. Good. Now we're going to outward rotate into a frog position, little Pilates frog. So that means outward rotation, back of the heels pressing into one another as you straighten the knees and bend. Exhale up, inhale down. Keep spiraling the thighs outward the best you can, powering up your inner thighs, pelvic floor. One more. Good. All right. Feet back down. Let's come out to the edge of the mat, and we'll release the arms and the shoulder blades again onto a rounded bridge as you 6 o'clock. You're going to create a rounded spine. You're going to try to hold on to that contraction in your core as you peel it up. Try not to arc at the top and then go back down sequentially through the spine. Releasing the pelvis to neutral, back out, up to 6, and go again. Exhale up. You can inhale the top and exhale to come back through each segment of the vertebra. Now relax the jaw and the neck and the shoulders some more. Power up the legs, the glutes, the core, and lengthen your spine. One more here. All right, let's come back into parallel with the legs and continue on. So still space between and back to rounded bridging. Now you're going to feel more stretch in those quads as you try to 6 o'clock. It's going to really lengthen those hip flexors and start to pull on the quadriceps. That's your thigh muscles. Exhale. Feeling it up. Feeling it back down. You want to be as level as you can, lifting, and as level right to left as you can as you touch each segment back into the mat, including the back of the pelvis. Good. And then the next time we're going to come up and take a hold and a balance. So you're up and around a bridge. Trying to 6 o'clock and you're scooping in. Keep the eyes gazed ahead. We're going to go ahead and roll all the way through our arm stuff. So both arms slowly go overhead and back while you keep breathing. Keep your focus and your mindfulness. Keep the pelvis steady and lifted high. But keep those ribs funneled in. Now we're going to alternate the arms, one above, one below. Keep lifting the pelvis back up. You can do it. Keep those blades connected to the back of the mat. And now bring the arms up and do another circle. Keep lifting the pelvis up. Steady as she goes. And reverse. Good. Arms back down. Peel that spine back into the mat. And let's grab a hug behind each knee and a little side rock and roll. Legs back up, flex the heels, little cross-country ski action on the ceiling. Good. I'm going to leave our legs glued out here. There's one we haven't done in a little bit. It's a love-hate one, but we're going to do it anyway. So you're going to have your palms down on the mat while your legs are here. We're going to do a little baby rock and a little lift of the pelvis and a little roll down. So there's two versions of this. You could either keep it really tiny and just see if you can touch the toes to the sky, to the ceiling, and just do a little baby pelvic lift, like a little pulse. Boop, or boop, and not rock the legs hardly at all. So this is one version, so let's try that. So just little lift and down, exhale, little, remember our little exhales, and so So this is all low abs without the help of your feet. Though your arms might be cheating a little, that's okay. Easy in the neck though. All right. So now the next version is to take a bit more of a rock of the legs and a little lift and a little roll through. So we're not going to go all the way over, but just a little bit. So a rock, lift, and roll through. Exhale, lift, rock, and roll through. And the stronger you get and the more flexible the spine gets, the higher you can go. And one more. Nice. All right, let's from here, open up those thighs, legs, hold on to the inner thighs, stretch and circle the ankles. Good work. And reverse. Curl up those toes and spread them out. Curl them up, spread them out. Bring the knees up toward the armpits. Hold that. And then back down. Knees or feet off the mat. Open the arms and double knee fold to one side. Big sigh. Let everything melt. Up and over to the other side. Big inhale. And exhale. And back to center. Take a little rock around your pelvic clock each way. Make sure everything feels okie dokie. And we are going on to sideline. All right. All right, we are going to take our legs out underneath us, nice and long. And we are going to come to sideline and lengthen out the neck. We're going to outward rotate right away. We're going to draw that big toe in along the bottom leg. Bring the knee toward the shoulder. Send the leg up. Flex the foot. And here's another controlling down. So we've already done some similar things straight underneath us. Now this is adding outward rotation and side core. Up, flex, and lower down. Point. Keep that thigh outward rotated. And bring the knee in as high as you can, flex and lower. So still adding core here, feeling very deeply engaged. Breathing, easy in the neck, still even here, thinks it needs to help somehow. Just keep letting it go. Trust your legs, trust your core to do the work. Let go of all the unnecessary upper body stuff. One more here. Now the next time we're going to go up. We are going to keep the leg up, bend the bottom knee so you can balance a little better, and grab where you can on that top leg and relax the thigh as much as you can and ease that leg towards your ear. Breathing, letting go. As much tension in this leg as you can. push on up and cruise on over to the other side. Nice long legs underneath you, side of the pelvis. If you need to take a quick 6 o'clock check to make sure you can know how to power up that core in a side line, do whatever works. Once you're there, we're going to start outward rotation right away. So you're drawing that big toe in along the bottom leg. Knee is up. Bring the knee toward the shoulder, then straight up to the sky. Flex and control the lowering. And you can inhale to bring it in and up. And again, another exhale, which helps power up the core on your way down. And now the next time up, you're going to leave the leg up, bend the bottom knee, reach where you can on this leg, and relax this thigh as much as you can. It's going to want to fight a little bit, but relax it. You can do it and slowly bring that leg towards your ear. Let go of the neck. And then let that leg float down. All right, we are going to roll into our bellies. And we are going to shipmaiden it. I haven't done this one in a little bit. So now you just let the legs relax. They've worked pretty hard already, so let them chill out. But what we don't want is their pubic bone to lift off the mat. So you still want to think about, even with the legs down, a little 6 o'clock action. Butt cheeks can help, but just make sure you're activated in your core and the pubic bone is down, not popping up, but going into the floor. All right. From here, palms are going to go down next to you. And you're going to hover the nose off of the mat. So you're looking down at the mat, so your neck is long. And you are going to cinch in around the waist. As you exhale, you're going to slowly hover those arms, palms down, but you're going to hover them behind you off the floor as high as they'll lift. Woo, this has been a little bit, I can tell already. Let's lower that down and start again. So 6 o'clock, pubic bone down, cheeks are powered up, long neck. Take an exhale, lift that belly button into the spine as you hover those arms as high off the mat behind you as you can. Now, from here, we're going to lift the chest just a little. Don't go too high here. And then outward rotate the whole arm from the shoulder, thumbs up, palms are out. The inner elbow is also aimed out, pinkies down. And then notice if you lost your pubic bone and if your tail went up, then tuck your tail and come back down. All right, let's try it again. 6 o'clock, cinch that waist, hover the nose, hover the arms. Take another breath. Belly button in and up as you hover the chest just a little bit more, not too high. And then outward rotate the whole arm. Thumb is up, pinkies down, inner arm is outward, and your nose is still aiming down slightly. And regroup. Let's try it again. 6 o'clock. Cinch in that waist. Hover those arms. breathe. Little lift, outward rotation, and hold. Let us hold here and breathe for a moment. Push that pubic bone back down into the mat. That might cause you not to come up as high in the chest, and that's fine. Want to stay safe here. And then regroup. Let's do that again. 6 o'clock. Cover the arms. Take a breath. Cinch in a little bit more in your core as you hover the chest a little bit. And outward rotate those arms. Now hold here and breathe. Push that pubic bone back down. We want to be bending at the bra strap here, area of the spine, not much higher. And then down. Very good. All right, let's rest the forehead on your hands and let's bring the legs up underneath you. Bend the knees, flex the ankles, and take one little baby thigh lift at a time. Again, that pelvic bone needs to be in the mat on the side that you're lifting, and your pubic bone needs to still be making contact. So that is making sure that your core is working by pushing the pelvic bones, the front bones still maintaining connection to the mat. As you extend the hip in a little baby lift, because it's not going to go very high. They're not designed to go very high in this position. So it's just going to be powering up some glute, back of the leg, back of the hip. Keep breathing. Good. Now, lengthen out the legs, lengthen out the arms. Still hover the nose. And now reconnect that pubic bone again, a little 6 o'clock. We're going to reach opposite arm, opposite leg out and up slightly. Centering, powering in your center, and lower down. Opposite arm and leg lift, hold, reach, and down. Just notice if that pelvic bone still wants to move around, reconnect it, and go again. Opposites reach. Don't have to be very high, just long and reaching. Other combo, lengthen and reach. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. All right, now, did your pubic bone lift up? If it did, reconnect it and try 2 more. Keeping that pelvic bone down. And keeping it down. Very good. All right. Let's scoot the elbows up underneath us. Lift up, walk it back into child's pose, and hang out here for a moment. Forehead to the mat. You can open the legs as wide as you need. Curl up those hands into fists and hyperextend those digits. Curl them up, hyperextend. Stretch those hands. Breathing, letting go. Very good. All right. We're going to come back up onto all fours. And there was more I wanted to do there, but we'll wait for next time. Let's go ahead and bring one knee forward into a pigeon. Have a seat on this cheek. Bring the shin forward a little bit, but really lengthen out the leg behind you. Trying to get it on top of the knee as much as you can. And then come down on your elbows for a moment. Big breath. And then come back down to the forehead on the hands. Keep breathing. And then the same leg that's behind, send the same arm above on the floor. Crawl it up there. Really lengthen now from fingertips to toes on one side. Rest the forehead back on the hand. And hold there for a couple breaths. walk the torso upright, nice and wide on the outer palm, and just push that torso up. Lengthen and lift the heart chakra just a little bit. Big breath. Staying as centered as you can. Shoulder blades down. Nice. Then you can either ease right back up onto all fours, or you're welcome to swivel around to the other side. I'll let you decide. Just make sure you change the legs. Have a seat. Bring the shin forward. A little bit. Top of the leg. Just walking those toes back there. You want to get that as long as you can behind you. That will help you center up as best you can. And starting on the elbows again. Mix high. And then to both hands, forehead to both hands. Hold there and breathe. And same hand as same foot behind. Crawl those fingers up. Really lengthen on that one side from fingertips to toes. Rest the forehead on the other hand and breathe here. Then walk that torso back up. Nice wide palms, outer palm. Lift, push up gently. Lift the heart chakra. Big breath. Center up. Drop those blades. All right. Back onto all fours. Take a moment and take a little C curve. Tuck the head and tail for a moment. Lengthen it out. Inhale. Exhale again. Rounding. And lengthening out. We'll tuck the toes. Gently push up and over into your squat. Toes and knees straight ahead. Hold here for a moment. Let the calves lengthen and your Achilles. If you can lower the heels and still balance, terrific. If not, no worries. And back to the balls of the feet, too. Go upside down for a moment again, nodding the head yes and no. Big inhale, exhale, and if you want just a little extra, you can always take the hands behind the legs. Nothing forced, just a little extra. And then release. We're going to soften both knees as we slowly walk our hands up our thighs, rounding to step. Shake it loose, shake it loose. Woohoo! And we will finish up, my lovelies. All right. Oh, here's one I haven't done in a while. Okay, my body's telling me this one. So this one we haven't done in a super long time. Just a little light clasp of the fingers over the head. Just center up again for a moment. And all you're going to do is create a little circle so the ears and the arms are connected again for a moment as you go around. Trying to go as much forward to side and a little back. And then reverse. Not a very big circle, but this is quite lovely. Oh, we used to do this one in modern dance, so it's quite lovely for that mid-back that is hard to get to sometimes. Just a little extra mobility right there. It's quite lovely. All right, now we will inhale. Good morning, stretch, twirl some wrists. Oh, yawn stretch. And let it go. Whew. Exhale, toss it away. Flick it away, jump it away. Whew. Swirl around. Whatever's still left, just let it go. Inhale, some peace and calm. Just steadiness and consistency. Best and good health and well-being. Letting go of the rest. And then inhale, receive some more goodness, peace and calming, steadiness, and any inwardness that your body is calling for, your heart's calling for. Stay mindful during this transition time. Give yourself a hug, pat yourself on the back. You're doing it, you're coming to class. You're honoring this magnificent machine we call our bodies, our vessel in this lifetime. It's a good one, so we'll take good care of it best we can. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Laura.